Hi, it's Lee. This is a quick overview of Prescott, City of Prescott, and Flock. So Flock, let's talk about it. Flock is, and I'm going to get into present mode. Here we go. This is looking better. So Flock is a series of different technologies all under one umbrella. In City of Prescott, we have a couple of different items from their offering on equipment list. And again, these are in place and installed as of this recording, which is January 9th, 2026. So you've got your PTZ camera. This is a pan tilt zoom camera. You've got your fixed camera, and they're marketed under license plate reading. So in Prescott, this is an overview map. This came from a public record request with all the different locations. Everywhere that you see green, you've got some kind of camera, whether it's a still camera or video camera. And as you can see, it's really impossible to either leave or enter our city without going by cameras. And we've got some neighborhoods, and I've been told this, and I've seen it myself, you really can't find a way to get around these cameras. So they're everywhere. The interesting part is there's a movement to go against these cameras. DFlock is an app you can get. I've downloaded it myself. It's easy to use, and you can actually add locations to that map. It really is incumbent upon us to do the inventory of where these cameras are. And we have been adding, our city has been adding more cameras, including a big increase in August of this past year. So they keep adding more cameras. The budget has gone up from $48,000 a year to $155,000 per our last public record request. Now I've got this is all part of the movement, if you will, of trying to say, wait a second, this is surveillance. What in the world's going on? I'm going to do a separate video on the actual contract, but the language really has to do with creating evidence. It really is for potential cases for crime. So we've got someone from the business reform, and we've got someone named Ben who's in that lower right-hand corner. I will have links to both videos. I would encourage you to start educating yourself on what the possibilities are with this kind of setup. And I'm going to do a little use case, or a case study, as they like to say. This is a little town in Virginia. Super cute, right? And again, there's been a tie-in to ICE and policing for removing immigrants that aren't supposed to be here, or people who aren't supposed to be here. I'm going to keep that separate. This case study has nothing to do with that argument, okay? The argument being that, again, that the cameras are creating this incredible amount of data on you and where you're going and what's going on. That's what's really bothering people. And this is from Ben's video on hacking, because he was able to use some open source technology, and guess what? He could get in. And then, of course, the whole point of AI is that it's like a supercomputer. It's like a superconductor, right? It just can do things so much faster and connect information. So there's no such thing as being anonymous. And that's what Ben does a good job on. I did a public record request, and this has to do with one car, one plate in City of Prescott. And this shows, again, what happens when you get the information back. This is the equipment list. The photograph on the left is my car. It takes photos day and night. It had information incorrect about the body shape. It called it a coupe, called it convertible. It had the color is green, had the color is gray. So again, this information is amazingly interesting, because all of that redaction is because they had to redact, because even though it's considered public record, they didn't want to reveal other information. So they had to go through a lot of work to filter out information, but they are capturing a lot within these cameras. And this is a view of my house, general location, and how many cameras there are. And really, there's no way to leave my neighborhood with any ease without going through the surveillance check mark. The question came up about accountability, and oaths are a big deal. We have public elected officials for a reason. They hold office to represent us, and they take an oath, and they swear to uphold their oath. And that includes the U.S. Constitution, which is really getting to be a big part of this